Hey guys, it's Saya again. So to make this top, I used a 5mm crochet hook. I'm using a darning needle to sew in the granny squares, and you're also going to be needing scissors. And I used 3 different colors for this whole project, and you can choose any color you'd like. So we're starting off with the center piece here, so grab that color. So for mine, I'm using yellow, and we're gonna be making a magic circle. So you can just follow what I do here. You just wrap it between my fingers, and I make an X shape at the top. Gonna grab my hook and just go under that top yarn, grab the second one and just twist. And you're going to be chaining 1. So once you have your magic circle, we are going to be putting 8 single crochets in the circle. So this is my first single crochet. If you don't know how to make a single crochet, so go into the circle, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 2 loops on your hook. So again, insert your hook into the circle, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should have 2 loops. Now yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So that's how you make your single crochets. So to tighten it, you're just gonna pull the tail of the yarn there. And I have 8 now, so just double check if you have 8. This is really important because you don't want to get the number of petals wrong. So make sure you have 8 petals and just tighten the circle. So now you're going to be slip stitching on the very first single crochet you made. So just insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and just pull through. Just like that. Now we're going to be picking up the second color for the petals. So for mine, I use white. So now you're just going to be hooking that new color through your hook. Like this. Now to start off, we're going to be chaining 3. And we're going to be forming our petals. So yarn over and insert your hook into the same stitch. Now yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you're gonna yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, and go into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now repeat the same thing, yarn over, go into the exact same stitch again, pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now you should have 3 half double crochets in the same stitch, and yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. So this forms your first petal. So chain 2, now we're gonna start the next petal. So yarn over to the next stitch, insert your hook, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, go into the same the same stitch, and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up through 2 loops, yarn over again, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, and one last time, yarn over, go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. You should have 4 half double crochets on your stitch there, and just pull through all of the loops. Now chain 2. So this is the pattern you're going to be following. So you're going to make 4 half double crochets in each stitch. So it's just different for the first petal because that chain 3 serves as the starting foundation for the petal. So you're gonna put 4 half double crochets in the same stitch always. Make 4 half double crochets. So you have 3 now. I'm gonna put my last one, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I have 4 half double crochets, yarn over, pull through all of the loops, and you're always going to be chaining 2 at the top, and then starting the next petal again, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 of the loops, and same thing, going into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up 2 loops, and just repeat that 4 times. Once you have 4, you're going to be yarning over and pulling through all of the loops on your hook. Chain 2, and you're just going to be repeating the same pattern until you get to the very end. So I'm just going to be speeding this up just a little bit, but you can still follow through. So again, that's 4 half double crochets in one stitch, and pull through all of the loops when you're done, chain 2, and start the next petal. So I got to my last petal here, as you can see. Now make sure you count out 8 petals for your flower. And now I'm going to be chaining 2 at the top. Now on the first petal, you're going to slip stitch to the very first stitch that we made. So just slip stitch on that stitch, and your flower should be done. Now we're going to be taking our third color, which is, for mine, is this teal blue color, I think. But before that, you want to cut the remaining yarn so that you can tie a knot later on. So I'm taking my third color that is going to be used for the border. So like with the white, I'm just going to chain it through my hook. So once you have that, you're going to be chaining 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So once you have 6, we're going to be preparing for a triple crochet. So I'm not sure how you actually do this, but I wrap my yarn 2 times on the hook, go into that space on the next space right there. So wrap it 2 times, go into that space, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, and last time pull through 2 loops again. So again, wrap your yarn 2 times, go into the same space, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So once again, go into the same space, make your triple crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2 again, and pull through 2. So now you have 3 triple crochets in that same space. So this is the first corner. We're going to be finishing it up later when we get to the end. So in the next space here, we're going to double crochet. So pull through 2, pull through 2. So again, wrap your yarn around your hook and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're going to make another one. So we should have 3 double crochets in the same space. So we're going to be making the next corner. So triple crochet in the next space, insert your hook through. Now pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to make 2 more in the same space. So make 1 more triple crochet in the same space. So once you have 3 triple crochets in the same stitch, you're going to chain 2, and you're going to repeat the exact same thing, 3 triple crochets in the same space. So once you're done 3, you should have 3 triple crochets, 2 chains, and 3 triple crochets in the corner. So we're going to do double crochets in the next space. So again, 3 double crochets in the same space. So pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the space, pull through 2 loops, and pull through the last 2 loops. And one last time, make your double crochet, and now we can make the third corner. So 3 triple crochets in the next space. So pull through 2, pull through 2 loops, and lastly pull through 2 loops. So you're gonna be making 2 more triple crochets in the same space. So once you have 3, you're gonna chain 2 and place 3 more triple crochets in the same space. So we have 3 triple crochets, 2 chains, and 3 triple crochets. So now we're going to place 3 double crochets on the next space. Now we're going to be making the last corner. So again, on the next space, 3 triple crochets on the same stitch. Once we have 3, we're going to be chaining 2 at the very top. So 2 chains and 3 triple crochets in the same space. So now you're gonna place 3 double crochets on the next space. So now you have 3 double crochets. We're going to be making 2 triple crochets on that very first space we completed. So pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, and make 1 more. So now you're going to be counting to your 3rd chain from that 6 chains. So you're going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain there and go into this space and just slip stitch there as well, just like that. Now this is your granny square done. I'm just gonna chain 1 and cut the yarn. So this is how you're going to be making all of your granny squares. You're going to be knotting up these ends here and be cutting them so they're not visible. So I'm just going to be tightening that middle collar and just make a knot. And I'm going to be cutting that later on. And yeah, so you're gonna be making a ton of these. So I made a lot. I believe I crocheted 20 of these. It depends on how long and big you want your top to be and how many rows you want to do, so that totally depends on you. So I did 20 granny squares, and I am doing rows of 10. So 2 rows and 10 granny squares. So this is how my layout came out to be, so 10 for 2 rows. So you're going to be cutting out the length of that whole thing, like a piece of yarn, and we're going to be attaching them, so we're going to be sewing them together, so to make it like a long band that wraps around your chest. So take your darning needle and just pull it through the hook there, or the needle. So I'm going to be taking 2 at a time. I'm going to be placing them wrong side up, so you can see the knots and stuff facing up. Now I'm just going to be taking these other ones so I can show you how to secure the next pair. So take the granny square, fold them with the right sides together, facing together, and now on that space there, on the corner space, you're just gonna put your needle through and make a knot. So you're gonna go into the very first triple crochet you made, just next to that space there. So putting my needle through that, and you're gonna find it on the other square as well. So put your needle through that stitch and just pull through, and that's how we're gonna be attaching or sewing down all these squares together. So I'm gonna just go back, gonna find the next stitch and on the other side as well, and just gonna be sewing it like this. So this is just a lot of back and forth. You're gonna get the hang of this because, yeah, super easy. And I'm gonna be showing you how to do the ends as well. So once you get to the very last corner right there, we're gonna be taking the next pair of granny squares, but this is how that looks like. So take the next pair and go to the corner again with the wrong side facing up. So figure out the corner space. So for me it's right here. Put them together and just put your needle through that. So I'm just gonna be putting it through the first pair as well. So now when you have this, you're just doing the same thing with the first pair. So find the very first triple crochet you made just beside that space there, and you're gonna put your needle through and just sew it down till you get to the very end, to the other corner. And this is how I'm gonna be doing this whole long piece. So I made 2 rows of 10 granny squares, and this is just a very long piece. So yeah, I'm just gonna be speeding this up so you can see the entire duration of me just sewing down everything. So I just got to the end of sewing all of the pieces together, and I'm just tying a knot at the end to secure it. I'm gonna tie another knot, and the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sew the other side, the other direction. So just the same idea for this one. So you're gonna cut out a long piece of yarn and just thread it to your needle. Now we're gonna take our top and we're gonna be sewing the other side. So what I mean is this direction, going horizontal. So when you get to the middle part, you're just gonna insert your needle to that middle seam, and you're just gonna sew it, and you're just gonna continue to the other side as normal. So hook through the first triple crochet and just sew it down as normal and make a knot at the very end when you get to the corner. So I'm back and I finished all of the sides, sewing everything down, and I'm just gonna be doing a border around the whole top just to make the sides and the edges look nicer and cleaner. So I'm just gonna attach my yarn at one corner, doesn't matter where. So you're gonna chain one and just start placing single crochets. So insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. And I did this for a couple of rounds. You can do this as long as you want, or you can just have it straight up just like this. It's all up to you. So this is how my top came out. So I did a few rounds at the bottom just to make it a little bit longer, and now I'm just gonna be showing you how to attach the ends. So we're gonna be doing the same thing that we did for sewing all of the granny squares together. So at the very top corner, I'm just gonna insert my hook into that single crochet, that last round, and just make a knot. So same thing again, you're going to be cutting a long piece of yarn, just enough to cover this whole side part. So thread it to your needle, and we're just going to be doing the sewing again. So this is the same thing as we did with the all the sides. So I'm doing this whole part here. So find the first stitch and just start sewing from there. So once you're done, we're gonna move on to the top, and we're gonna be making these straps. So I made the straps by attaching the yarn to the very top, and just measure out where your top, and just determine which stitch you want to put your straps. So I determined mine, and now I'm gonna be tying a knot to secure. And now we're just gonna be making a foundation chain of 50. So I made 50 chains. So once you have 50, you're gonna block off that last chain and chain 3 more. And now you're gonna go into the 4th chain from the hook and just make a slip stitch. Now you're gonna be chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now count to the 5th chain and slip stitch on that same chain. And you're just going to be repeating this whole thing, so 5 chains. Now find out the 5th chain from the hook and just slip stitch. So you're just going to be repeating this until you get to the very end. Once you hit the top or the start of your strap. So once you hit the bottom, you're just gonna slip stitch onto the next stitch and make a knot, and just cut your yarn, and you're just gonna be repeating this to the other side. So as you can see, I have 4 straps, and you're done once you have all your straps crocheted. And this is it for this video. Please like and subscribe for more crochet tutorials. Bye!